so good to be here with you this morning.
Yes.
Gee golly, yesterday was the first day of summer, and guess what?
It was hot.
Yes, it was, and guess what it's going to be today?
Hot.
That's right.
Guess what it's going to be tomorrow?
Hot. We're there, folks. I mean,
Yep.
we were actually there a couple of weeks ago, but now we're
A couple of months ago.
Actually
and then
there.
summer went away, and then spring came.
So, you know how by the way, I'm Nancy Case, and I have a little gift shop downtown called the Red Ribbon. It's good to be with you today, and my cohort is Brene Beatty.
Retired.
And
Volunteer at large.
that's exactly right, and she is. But, you know, we used to try to tell you the weather, and then it got to the point that we didn't care.
Because no matter what we said, it was going to do something else.
And it was going to be hot.
It's just hot.
Or it was going to be raining, or it's going to be
Yeah.
this and that. So, you know, we just get up.
We quit.
When you get out of bed this morning, just look out the window. If it's not raining, you're okay.
Yeah.
But it's going to be hot. It's
But
really going to
get
be
all
hot.
your stuff done early.
Because
Because
it's
yesterday
hot.
morning, I put my dogs out, and I was really tired, so I went back in and went back to bed and didn't get up till 10 o'clock.
Retired.
And it was so hot. It was so hot. I couldn't get anything done then.
Well,
So
I was going to walk yesterday
had to do it
afternoon.
early. Oh.
Yeah,
not in
no,
the
no, I did
afternoon.
not. I did not. That was so bad. So,
Yes.
as Brene usually says, get out your pencil and paper. We've got some things to tell you about.
Yes.
And the first thing is Black Fox UMC. That's United Methodist Church. I know that because
You're a
I am
United
one.
Methodist.
I am a UMC. Black Fox UMC will hold their 5K run walk this coming Saturday, and it's a 1 mile fun run walk, or it's a 5K run. 1 mile fun run would probably be my max. Okay.
I do a 1 mile slowly saunter.
Slow stroll.
Yes.
And that's at 1820 Old Chattanooga Pike, and the event is $15 for the 5K and $5 for the 1 mile fun run. And we have an overall of 14 and under, 15 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, and 60 and over. That'd be me. And the registration at the event begins at 8 in the morning, and the race starts at 9. And you can call Pastor Travis Humbard at 339-9706, 339-9706. And this is going to a good cause, and they will provide water for you. So
Well, that's good.
that's right.
That's real
Probably
good.
need it.
And I found this in Sunday's paper, and if y'all don't read the banner, you need to, because it has what's going on in Cleveland.
Absolutely.
But if you don't, Nancy and I read it and then tell you about
We
it.
will tell you about it.
The Cleveland Police Department is offering volunteer opportunities through their public service what does that stand for? Unit, public service
I was
unit.
going to say university. That doesn't work, huh?
No, it doesn't work there. PSU, Penn State University.
There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
let's not go there.
Let's not.
Okay, anyway, you can volunteer, and then people who get locked out of their cars, or, you know, things like that the police officers used to do, but, you know, we're short-staffed now, and they don't do that anymore. So if you're interested in doing that, contact Travis Weber, W-E-B-E-R, and it's 559-3390. And I think that sounds like a really good opportunity if
I
you're
think
looking for
so.
something to do. I can't because I transport dogs. But anyway.
Yes, you do.
And I'm the one that's calling because I've locked myself out of my car.
But actually, that is really, really good.
Yeah,
when you can
it
call
is.
down there and somebody come unlock your car for you.
It
Because
is.
I've done that several times.
Yeah. Although if you're a member of AAA, they'll come do it.
I know, but you have
Up
to wait
to-
on them to come do it.
Yeah,
And
but up to so many times.
That's right.
Because the one time they
That's
told me,
exactly
next
right.
time we're going to have to call you.
But-
cancel, charge you.
Yes,
do
and
something.
that's the same thing
Yeah.
if you have an alarm system on your house.
Yeah.
If it goes off more than so many times, from then on it's a $50 fine.
Woo, I don't
Yes,
think they do that,
$50
but
charge
anyway.
to come out and.
Well, since my kids don't live with me anymore,
That's
I don't
right.
lock my keys in the car.
That's
anymore.
exactly right. So.
Okay.
Okay, we have the Museum Center still has the Vanishing Appalachia photographs by Don Dudenbussel and Tom Jester. I don't know why they couldn't both have simple names, but anyway.
I know.
And that's
Just
going
to make your life miserable.
absolutely to try to read it in
Yes.
small print. But that will close Saturday at 3 o'clock when the museum closes. So if you have not been by yet, you need to go by and
Take a
and
gander.
see that. Oh, I'm sorry. It will be on view through June the 30th, not
That's
through this
next
Saturday.
Saturday.
Right,
Next Saturday,
next
yes.
Saturday. So if you haven't been by yet and seen the book about popcorn,
Sutton.
it's good. It's I mean,
it
the
is.
whole thing. And
He
so,
is very interesting character.
you really, really should go over to the museum and take advantage of this because it's like Brene and I've said. There's some areas of Appalachia that we are glad are vanishing, but others don't need to be.
Don't need to be. Music and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay, the Adult Summer Reading Program, Between the Covers, that's an interesting title, is running through August the 15th. And, yeah. What Keeps You Up at Night is part of the Adult Summer Reading Program. I didn't read this beforehand. I thought this were two separate ones. Forgive me. But anyway, it's the next program, and it's going to be presented by Della Lowe from the Sleep Labs of the South on Tuesday at 7 p.m., and it's called Between the Covers. And what keeps you up at night? My dogs, my neighbors across the street. I keep my windows open, so then there's the cicadas. Yeah, there's a lot that keeps me up at night. But anyway, registration has begun, but you need to call the library, and you can get in on it. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be from beginning to end.
Basically, there's nothing that keeps me up at night.
Really?
Yes, Flavis is convinced that a tornado could go right through our house, and it wouldn't bother me.
I used to be like that. Do you know I slept through Hurricane Camille?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I woke up the next morning and the world had gone away.
Yes.
And my husband at that time had picked me up. We were staying at the Holiday Inn because he worked there and they called all the employees in. He had picked me up from the outside bed and moved me over to the inside bed and pulled the mattress over us, and I never woke up.
Well, you know, they say that
I used up all my good sleep a long time ago.
They say that good, honest people that don't have anything to worry about sleep well at night. So who knows? Anyway,
or if your brain's empty.
That's right. Your brain is empty. Okay. Bachman Academy has 2 camps coming up. And the first one is July 8th through the 14th. I'm sorry, they have 3 camps. And the next was July 15th through the 21st. And the next was July 22nd through the 28th. And you can choose 2 classes per week, and the classes are veterinary science, equestrian studies, creative arts, and woodworking. So if you might be interested in Bachman, you can call 866-397-2267 or go to bachmansummer.org. Now remember, most of what Brene and I tell you about on this show is a .org because they're nonprofits. So it's bachmansummer.org. And so there's 3 camps coming up, and it's basically an academic summer camp for students with LD, dyslexia, ADD, ADHD, and we could probably, a majority of us, qualify for any of those.
I might do that veterinary.
That sounds nice, doesn't it? Veterinary science and equestrian studies. Yeah, you don't want to do horses? Don't want to transport horses, huh?
No, I don't think my car is big enough for that.
Well, you trade it up.
I know, but I don't want to trade back up. I mean, up any further. Okay, the teen program at the library. Y'all, the library is probably one of the best kept secrets. We keep saying that, and we're trying to make it not a secret, but they have wonderful, wonderful programs. And the teen program, or TAG, has scheduled different activities all during the summer, including game nights and improv class and movies and many after-hour events and everything. And I don't know if they've already had it or not, because I didn't go because I'm not a teen, but they were going to have something, a kickoff for the summer that was like a masquerade party.
Oh, they were going to have Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, which sounded really good to me.
It did. And then the movie was going to be The Blob.
Yeah, I know.
Which I thought was hysterical.
I know.
Renee and I can go back a long way.
We remember the
original Blob.
On the big screen.
That's right.
At the drive-in, and we won't go any further.
No, that's all the information we need to share. Okay, I want to tell you that Bianca Perkins won the Way to Be Davis Senior Scholarship at the events that they had this past weekend.
Yes, that we talked about.
That we had Rod on here, but I just wanted to tell you that Bianca Perkins won that scholarship, and congratulations, Bianca. And Way to Be Davis Senior folks, I hope you all did really, really well on your Mosley Park activities and on your black tie event at the museum. I saw them setting up for the museum, and it looked like it was going to be really nice.
Yeah, it was. Okay, Dream Big Read is the theme for this year's children's program at the library, and it will run through, it started Monday, and it'll go through July 27th, so stop by the children's desk to register for summer activities. And they'll have different activity sessions each week. So you need to do that.
Yes, and the Living Heritage Museum in Athens, they plan an Appalachian Fair, and they're going to have an appraisal fair on July 21st. So we've talked about this, so you need to dig out anything that you might want appraised, and you can call 423-745-0329 between 10 and 2 and see what it is that you have that you might want to take up there.
And that is a very good segue into who gets Grandma's yellow pie plate.
And we loved it.
If you take the yellow pie plate, then you'll know whether to get upset if somebody else gets it.
That's right. That's right.
Is it worth getting upset over it? But anyway, it's going to be on June 28th from 2 to 4 p.m. at the UT Extension Office, and it focuses on the transfer of non-titled property. The registration is only $10, and Nancy and I went to it, and it's really, really interesting. There's a lot of information, and then there's a lot of homework, which we are still plugging away on.
Yes, there's a book.
But yes, about that thick. And
$12.50 book that comes with the $10 that you pay, and it has all kinds of little things you're supposed to fill out.
Yeah. And you know, if you just write somebody's name on something on like duct tape or masking tape and stick it on the back of it, that's not really legal. I mean, you know, somebody could change it and no big deal. Yeah.
Rip that tape off and put it on something else.
Put their name on, yeah. The one that went to the appraisal fair and was worth something.
That's exactly right.
But the phone number is 728-7001, and you need to call for reservations.
And we just have like a minute left before we need to go to commercial. And so all I want to remind you is that John Smoltz is coming to the United Way for the kickoff, and that won't be until August, but the tickets will go on sale in July. And if you're interested, then you need to call the United Way office, but Darlene doesn't want you to call till July the 11th.
Yeah.
Don't go away. We'll be right back because we have some commercials, but then we have some guests. And
Lots
we have
of
a
interesting
four-legged
ones.
guest
Yes,
too. So
a
do
furry
not go
fella.
away. We'll be right back.
Right.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Have annoying biting and stinging insects taken over your yard? Volunteer Rid-A-Pest can get it back. Make your yard a no-fly zone with Mosquito Guard. Volunteer Rid-A-Pest will eliminate these annoying pests, and you'll be able to work in your yard, have a pool party, a cookout, allow your children to play outside, or just sit outside and enjoy the evening. Volunteer Rid-A-Pest has developed an extremely effective treatment program that treats all shrubs, bushes, trees, and other foliage where mosquitoes and other biting, stinging insects live and breed. This material will not harm your plants or trees and leaves no harmful residue. This treatment program is safe for use around children and pets, but the best part is it's 100% guaranteed. If you are not 100% satisfied, Volunteer Rid-A-Pest will retreat for free until you are satisfied, or after 30 days, will cancel their agreement and refund 100% of your money. Give Volunteer Rid-A-Pest a call for a free no-obligation estimate. Phone 472-7736.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
And we are back.
Yes.
With our little four-legged friend Bernie.
Yes.
Just precious.
He's
And-
my namesake.
Oh, good. And Betty Gravel is with us from Dixie
Day
Spay, not Spa.
Right.
Spay, Dixie Day Spay. So, first of all, Betty, tell us what Dixie Day Spay is.
Dixie Day Spay is a low-cost spay-neuter clinic. Our first open day was October 26th of '09. We have done 13,000 low-cost spay-neuter surgeries since then. Low cost or at no cost. If someone's low income, we usually have programs for them to help them out. We started because at Animal Control here in Cleveland, they kill 5,000 animals per year, and that number's actually come down.
Great.
And
Yes.
there are a lot of key things that need to come into place so that we can become a no-kill city. But one of those important is low cost, affordable, accessible spay neuter, and that's what we do.
Yes.
Well, now Bernie is absolutely adorable. Now, whose dog is Bernie?
Bernie's for adoption.
Oh,
we're
he could
not
be
a
yours.
rescue. Yeah, that's exactly.
It could be yours.
It could be.
Yeah, okay.
We're not an adoption facility. We're not a rescue facility, but obviously in our line of work, those things happen, and we have a lot of.
And Betty can't say no.
True. That is true.
understand.
Yeah.
But,
Who could
but
say
he is
no
for
to this
adoption. He's a
space?
couple years old. He is absolutely precious. He thinks his home is a spay neuter clinic, but I know he would adjust somewhere else. He's adopted, so he's a good little guy.
He looks to be very gentle.
He is. He's a doll. He was actually turned into animal control. The owner had passed away, and the family evidently thought they had no other recourse and took him there. But a rescue person was in the parking lot. They didn't have a place either.
But they knew somebody who couldn't say no.
So here he is at Dixie Day Spay.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I think we're keeping him away.
Yeah,
He's,
I know.
he's yawning real big. He is just adorable. Folks, y'all can't see this face up close, but it is just the sweetest little face you
He
ever
is a
saw.
good boy.
He is
Yeah.
just precious. So I'm going to ask a very delicate question, but Bernie has been neutered.
He has been neutered.
Okay,
He was
so-
neutered day one.
Day one.
Actually.
Day one.
Yes, he
so,
was.
So he is, he's good to go, folks, if
Yes,
anybody
he
wants
is.
to take
And he
him
is
home.
all the better for it, I might add.
Well,
Yes.
there you go. Now, to adopt him from you, what would be the cost on adopting
Bernie's
Bernie?
adoption fee is $95.
Okay.
He is neutered. He's had all his vaccines. He's heartworm negative. He's on heartworm preventative. He's had flea and tick preventative, and that just helps recoup the veterinary expense.
Right.
in
I
him.
see he's got a little tag on, which
He does
is
have his
probably
tag
his
on.
little rabies tag.
Well, actually, for the show here, he had
Oh.
a little bling. This
Oh,
says
a little
Dixie
bling.
on it. Yes.
Okay,
and,
a little bling.
And a phone number in case he were to decide to tour the Cleveland State campus.
Attaboy, Bernie, you're doing good.
But Bernie is, he is just another example. It is a miracle he got out of that parking lot. It was because the right person happened to be there at the right time. Otherwise, he would just be one more number and would probably have not gotten out. He would have had about an 18% chance of getting out of there alive.
He is just precious.
Yes,
he
is
is just precious.
He is.
Okay, now Bernie, we've talked about you, and you're just adorable. But now let's talk about the Dixie Spay. Dixie
Day.
Spay. Dixie
Okay.
Day Spay.
Yes.
And exactly what that is.
Like I said, we are a spay neuter clinic, which was a long time coming in this area. They're spreading all over the country. I think people have finally had enough. We're euthanizing, like I said, just in this county, 5,000 animals a year. Fortunately, last year that number dropped just a little bit, but millions countrywide. And I think citizens, taxpayers have finally said, okay, enough is enough. You're taking our tax dollars, you're euthanizing, you're putting them in the landfill. That needs to stop. And so the answer to that, one answer to that is spay neuter, the first answer I would like to say. And people, I don't think, see the damage that they do when they say just one litter or I found them all good homes, when they can't assure that all those good homes also spayed or neutered. And if they did, if it were litter 6, you found them great homes and all 6 of those people spayed or neutered their pet, well, 6 more go to the landfill because they couldn't find a home. So it's a crisis, and we are in a crisis, and it seems like everything else seems to be taking a brighter look. But we have to look at that and say this is not the answer. Just to say there's not enough room, let's just euthanize them and go on. But it's not a good answer.
I read some statistics that one male and female dog, unspayed, unneutered, has 1 litter of puppies. Those aren't spayed and neutered. They breed and have them, and 67,000 animals within a really short time.
And that's why they say that just 1 litter. And,
Yeah.
and cats, you
Yeah,
multiply that by
oh my
4.
goodness, yes.
And you have,
Yes.
the cat situation, and it is. It's just.
And they're healthier.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
know
They live
males,
longer. They're healthier. Yes.
Cancer for males, is pretty prevalent in unaltered males, dogs.
Let me ask you now, where are y'all located?
We're at 182 Airport Road, which is just off North Lee Highway.
Out, when you say Airport Road, that's out at the
Old-
old airport, the Hardwood
Hardwood
Field.
Field.
That
Yeah.
is still
Right.
actually our
Right.
airport.
Yeah, you
Because
just
we don't
turn
have
in
the
there
other-
and you just turn
I
right
got you.
into yeah.
Now, does this mean that if I have a dog that I need to get neutered, I come to you instead of going to a vet, or what? How does that work?
It would be based on your personal situation, your financial situation.
Okay.
If you can afford a full service clinic, by all means go there.
Okay.
That frees up, like right now we have a 2-month waiting list. It frees up our appointments
Wow.
for people who just can't afford those services. You're receiving the same thing, but you're receiving it at a lower cost. We charge $45 for dog spay or neuters, no matter what size, if they're in heat, if they're hopefully not, but already pregnant, it's $45. We charge $35 for cats, same thing, male or female. And like I said, we have programs for people who can't even afford that. That may not sound like a lot to some people, but to some people it is a lot.
Absolutely.
And but we do encourage you, if you can afford a full service veterinarian, please go there. And that
We're not trying to put vets out of business. We're just
Absolutely
trying to put
not.
animal
We're trying-
control out of
exactly.
I
business.
wanted
Exactly.
people to understand that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We are not at all. And that's all we do is spay, neuter, and vaccines. We don't do anything else. But by all means, you know, we're not, it's not a competition. We're all in the same boat, and we're all trying to solve this thing. So, but we are here for people who just cannot afford. And we have people who come from 3 states. Rescue groups come from all over. We're open, anyone. You don't have to qualify. Anyone who calls, I'm not in the position to judge someone's financial situation. So anyone who calls can get an appointment, and I just talk to them and see, you know, what their situation is. If a cat has had a litter of kittens under their porch, you know, they may not be able to have spay and neuter all those, but we can help with that and get them done for them.
Now, how are you all funded?
We don't receive any government funding at all, city, county funds, none at all. We do charge, and that helps. But we do have a paid staff of 1 veterinarian, 3 technicians, 1 full-time, 1 part-time office personnel, and then we depend on wonderful volunteers for everything else. But we do fundraisers. We do 2 major fundraisers a year, and donations. Bradley County has been very generous to us, very generous. Matter of fact, the property we are sitting on is donated to us. It's not, we have use of that property from a wonderful person. And we've got a lot of programs in place that are funded by individuals who live here in Cleveland. And then we have received grants from Petco, PetSmart, and the Build-A-Bear Foundation.
The Build-A-Bear Foundation.
Build-A-Bear, yes, they have. It's
Now, how
for
neat.
possum causes. Yes, but we did
Possum
receive,
causes,
we did 130 cats. It was a cat grant for people who couldn't afford the $35. And we did that with a grant from Build-A-Bear, and then PetSmart gave us a grant when we started up for equipment. And Petco has given us 2 grants that we have done a total of 633 cats with their grant.
Wow.
Yeah. The reason we have focused mostly on cat grants is, for now, the calls that we receive are not, most people have 1 or 2 dogs or 3 dogs and they can manage it. But people call us, they have 20 cats, 30 cats, 40 cats, it's gotten out of control and they can't manage that. So that's where we have really, and cats at the shelter are least likely to be adopted. So that's why we've concentrated with just the cat grants.
Now, you said you have 2 fundraisers a year. Are they kind of engraved in stone? Can you tell us what those are?
Yes, one is coming up the last Saturday in July, and I believe that falls on the 28th. That's the last Saturday in July. It's Dixie Dogs and Cats Poker Run. It's actually a motorcycle ride.
Oh, how
And
neat.
since half our staff rides motorcycles, it all kind of fits in, but it's
And his collar says Harley
absolutely, it
Davidson.
does. But wait, I ride a Honda, just something
Okay.
to that. But anyway, our veterinarian rides the Harley.
Okay.
So, but we do have that one. It's motorcycle charity ride. It's a ride. It's also an auction, and there's a lot of prize money involved, and everybody comes away with something. And we make about $5,000 a year from that.
That's great.
That is really good. It seems like, though, we always make big plans, and some piece of equipment will need replaced. We've never gotten to use that for anything but to replace something
That's
we already
right,
had so
yes.
far.
Yeah.
The other one is the Doggone Dessert Party, a totally different crowd, totally different event, and it is always the Sunday before Valentine's Day. And we have that at the Elks Lodge. It's a Sunday afternoon with wine and desserts, and usually have some music and just some string music. This is nice, people. We have a silent auction on that one, too.
How neat.
Yeah.
Now, if anyone's interested in the fun run that's coming up,
Yes.
how do they get in touch with you?
They can call Dixie Day Spay, which is 476-7122, also 618-2101.
And sign up for that now.
Yes.
you need to ride a motorcycle if you're going to actually be in the event.
Actually, we have some people who would just come and just register, sign up, want that to be a donation, and they don't even ride in it, which is fine.
Okay,
we've
that's
had
good.
Jeeps, we have scooters, we've had everything, antique cars, but it is predominantly motorcycles. We've had everything but a hover round so far. So.
Well, okay, there's a definite challenge to you
Yeah,
folks out
really.
there. They need a hover round in
Yes,
this event coming
it
up at the
is.
end of July. Well, Bernie,
He's falling asleep, I know.
he has, oh, up there he is, his eyes
There he
popped
is.
open. He is just precious, folks. I'm telling you, this
He is
dog
a
needs a
dog.
home.
And the important thing about him being here, he's small, he's cute, he's house trained, he's healthy, but there are thousands like this. And if you go
Yes.
to animal control on Monday and they don't have what you want, we beg you to go back on Tuesday because it's going to be a whole different crew of dogs.
Yeah.
If you don't see exactly what you want on Tuesday, go back Wednesday. But there are just tons and tons and tons of dogs, just precious, and cats
Yeah.
too, gorgeous
Yeah.
cats. And they're there just literally dying while they're waiting for a home, and they only have a couple days, so
I
tell people
know.
go quick.
I'm not big on cats, but you know, I'd have my whole yard full of dogs.
We can help you with that.
I know you could. I know you
Yes,
could.
we would love
but
to help you with
I
that.
don't. I'm not home enough to really. It would be unfair to the doggie.
You need a red ribbon puppy
Mascot.
dog.
I need one.
Mascot,
Yes, I
you
do. I'm sure I do. Okay.
What color?
Red. Do you have a red one?
Yeah,
sure.
Betty, give us a phone number again where people can contact you.
476-7122, Dixie Day Spay. We're there Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 8, 9, 10 p.m.
Bless
Right
your
in
heart.
there.
And you all have a pretty good staff there. I mean,
have
a
excellent
lot of
staff.
people.
Excellent staff,
And
too.
this is wonderful, folks. And this is, if you need help paying for
Yes.
one of these, the spay or neutering, then this is where you need to go because these
There
folks are there
options.
for you.
Yes, there are options other than, you know, and if you want your children to see the miracle of childbirth or puppy birth, get a video.
That's right. There are DVDs
know,
to do that.
Or
yeah.
there is an extremely pregnant dog at animal control right now in need of foster. You can adopt her. There you go.
Yes.
What kind of dog is that?
She's I would imagine a corgi mix.
Oh, my
probably.
goodness.
She's just
Okay.
precious, and she's just this
About to
big.
pop.
Well, Betty, we thank you and Bernie
Thank
for
you
being
so much.
on with
Thank
us
you for
today,
having
and
me.
we
Thank
hope
you for
that
having
everybody
us.
out there
Yes.
that
Bernie.
needs help with spaying or
Yes.
neutering their dogs or cats will give us that phone number one more time.
476-7122.
Okay,
Bernie
you got
says
it, folks. I
spay
hope
neuter.
you wrote that down. And Bernie says, Bernie woke up. Okay, very good.
And
He
everybody
didn't.
else, write a check and mail it to
Yes,
them.
they will take donations.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Betty, thank you and
Thank
Bernie
you.
so much. We appreciate it. Folks, we'll be right back with another guest, so do not go away. He is just...
Bradley County is home to a community of resilient, compassionate families who want the best for each other. The tragedies of the April 27, 2011 tornadoes brought our community together to bring aid to the hurting and helpless. It is time to come together once more. The Bradley County school system is underfunded, and our future leaders are receiving their education in substandard learning environments. On August 2nd, you will have an opportunity to further impact our great community by voting for the wheel tax. A vote for the wheel tax will not only rebuild Blue Springs Elementary School, but it will provide a new facility that is engineered to meet the demands that technology places on the infrastructure. The overcrowded Walker Valley High School students and teachers will have much needed space and be able to use academic rooms for their intended purposes. The students and teachers of Lake Forest Middle School will no longer endure the hazardous conditions caused by the elements of nature and deteriorating classroom buildings. British philosopher Herbert Spencer stated, "The great aim of education is not knowledge, but action." Would you take action in the name of education and vote yes for the wheel tax? A vote for the wheel tax is a vote for the children and the future of Bradley County.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
And we are back, folks.
Yes.
And didn't you all enjoy Bernie?
He just snoozed
Sweet,
right
so
through.
they slept right through it. That's how exciting Bernay and I are. Just
I
put them
know.
to sleep.
We hope you don't sleep
We
through it.
bored him to death. No, because
Drink
we
that
have
coffee, yes.
Marilyn Sherlin with us, and she's from the Truesdale School, and there's some exciting things happening at Truesdale. Marilyn is the music teacher and the nurse.
Among other things, probably.
Yeah, and she probably wears other hats too. But first of all, tell us what the Truesdale School is.
Truesdale School is, we serve high functioning, mentally challenged adults, ages 22 and up. So we are an option for them after they top out of high school. Public schools can serve them until they're 21.
Right.
And so we take them at 22 and say, hey, we still believe they can continue to learn and develop and be members of the community, and so we focus on those life skills and things to just kind of keep them moving instead of becoming couch potatoes, which a lot of times happens. So,
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
I
And
taught special
you
education.
do a
so-
great job because those articles that they have in the
Oh,
paper
yes,
with
we're,
all the
we're in the
what is
paper.
it, Truesdale Stars? Is that what
yes.
it's called?
Troopers, the troopers, whatever.
Truesdale
the
Troopers,
Troopers.
yeah.
Yes,
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 yes.
And that
Those are
is so
great.
wonderful. Yeah, I taught special education. I had ages 4 to 21, and so when they left me, I was worried about where they were going.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Truesdale is a wonderful option for that situation.
yes.
And tell us where you're located.
We are right off of Dockery Lane on Hewitt Street. So we've just purchased a facility there and have been renovating, and it's very exciting. We've expanded the classrooms, and we actually have a life skills lab also where the students can practice their living skills, learning to do laundry and dishes and how to keep an actual apartment. Because we eventually, our long-term goal is to have be also a residential facility.
How neat.
Oh, cool.
So,
That is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that, so I think that is great. Now, you have something exciting coming up
Oh yes,
next weekend.
yes.
Okay, so tell us what's coming up.
June 29th and 30th is this will be our 4th annual musical. We
Been hearing about it.
yes, you if you've heard, yes,
Yes.
it's the funnest thing you can do all summer.
Yeah.
We showcase all of their talents and gifts, and we put together a musical with lots of song and dance, and we write it from scratch, and because we do it to fit our needs and
Yeah.
what we can do, and it's just amazing. Every year we have grown, and we've sold out every single year. We've went to a bigger venue. This year we're at Bradley Auditorium, and they're really nice
The new
facility.
Fine Arts Center, and
Yes,
that is a
it's
wonderful facility. Johnny
absolutely
McDaniels,
beautiful.
thank you so much.
Yes,
Yes.
and thank you for letting us get in there. But it's just an amazing. We'll probably 10 songs. We have a guest artist this year. So there's.
Can we
just-
tell who that is?
Is it a
Yes.
surprise?
No, it's a surprise.
Oh,
okay.
The students don't even share with their parents what they're going to be doing. They don't even know the songs. So it's a big top secret. It's a
cool.
mystery, and
Yeah.
they love that part. So
Yeah.
They do, and they are so many of them from past experiences, past years. This is the highlight of their year.
oh yeah,
They look forward to this
Yeah.
more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because they get to get up on stage at a microphone and do these things,
Yeah.
and they're very talented
yes,
young
they
people.
are. We start working back in January, and it takes us a long time to perfect some of our moves, but they never cease to surprise me when I'll just think that this number's just not going to work, and someone practices and practices, and they get it anyway. So they love the challenge, and they scream and yell for each other, and it's and no two shows are ever alike. No two rehearsals and no two performances are ever alike.
Yes,
'Cause it's
absolutely.
pretty.
Now, tickets for this need to be bought prior to the event. You don't sell tickets at the door?
Right. We have not in the past sold tickets at the door because we've always been sold out. This year being a bigger venue, if we don't sell all those, then we may have some at the door. But right now,
don't
we're,
take your chances.
Right, we're selling
wanna
very
go,
quickly.
yeah.
So
And the tickets are how much?
they're $10 for regular seating and $25 for reserve seating, but I believe those are sold out. So,
okay.
yeah.
Probably
That's
the
good.
parents have already bought them.
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of those. And
Yes, I know an uncle that's already bought. He told me he had 16.
yeah.
So I said,
Yeah.
well, gee, would you like to invite me to sit with you? He didn't get real excited about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so where do they go to get these tickets?
They can call the school, and the number is 479-7130. And there's someone, Taja helps to sell all the tickets there, and you can order them right there. Order how many you want and pay for them there, or pick them
Credit
up
card?
on call.
Do you
Yes.
do credit
Yeah.
card. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you'll have a will call window there
Yes.
at where they show up.
They can do that,
Now,
yes.
how will we find out if we need to promo this a little bit more next week that you are going to have tickets?
Just give us a call, and Taja, who answers the phone, can probably tell you how many we have left at that point.
Okay,
So she's
good.
kind of keeping a running tab
Oh,
going.
she's doing it. Do we know
Yeah.
how many people that auditorium seats?
I think we're looking at a little over 600.
Okay.
I think we can squeeze in a few more, but I think that's what we're shooting for. And that's
That's
each
what the
night.
fire marshal
so,
says.
Right. And we're
Gotcha.
doing 2 nights.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a Friday night and a
Friday night
Saturday
and a Saturday night, and it starts at 7 p.m.
Okay. And folks, that's a wonderful facility over there. Great parking. It's a lighted parking lot. If you think you can't get in, you have to go up steps or something. No, you don't. There's a ramp. It's really, really a nice facility. But let's go back to the kids at Truesdale now. How many approximately will be in this program?
We have 29 students, and we have 25 that will be in the program because we have 4 that have had weddings or vacations, just other things that they've had on their plans for a long time. So we have 25 that'll be performing.
Wow.
And also I wanted to add that it's definitely a family-friendly show. We have people who bring their little kids and absolutely love it. So we get loud. There's lots of screaming and yelling and cheering, and so it's a rowdy show. And so I encourage people to bring their kids, and if they can sit on your lap, then they're not charged for a ticket.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That is good.
Do you have a certain weight limit? I
No.
can see that.
Well,
Yeah.
He's my 40-year-old son here.
no, if he can sit there, I guess it's okay.
Oh, no, didn't even want the
Well,
2-year-old
no,
sitting
no.
there. No. So now these students, when we talk about Truesdale students, they are there like regular school hours?
We function from 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. A lot of our students arrive, and then they are transported to work. A lot of them have jobs in the community. Some of them are, part-time students, so they work. Maybe they only come to school 2 days a week. But we work at a lot of places in the community, and those will be highlighted at the musical also. But they might work until noon, and then we pick them up and bring them back to school for academics and sports for the rest of the afternoon.
Are you year-round?
Yes, we are year-round. During the summer, we do a lot of camps. We might do a drama camp or a cooking camp, art camp for a week long. We kind of break up the school year, but then we're academic throughout the year. But when I say academics, it's things that apply to them.
Right.
We do math, but it's math skills like how do you pay a tip? How do you count your money out when you go to Walmart? It's things that apply to them. We're not going to be teaching algebra or things like that. So it's a lot of life skill things that will apply to them. So,
Well, I know that Truesdale has gotten a grant the last couple of years from Allied Arts from Cherry's Jubilee, and then they participated. Cutest desk they did this year for Cherry's Jubilee, and I think it sold really well too. It was very nice. So we always, Allied Arts loves promoting them. I think you all did a storytellers camp one year with Maureen and Judy out there.
Yes, we
doing
did.
storytelling, which I
Yes.
think is great. So I think anything you can do with these students to help them. Now I know I shop at Bilo. That's not a commercial. I shop at Bilo sometimes out on the Ocoee Center, and there's several of your students that work there.
Yes.
And they're the friendliest. If
Oh,
some
yes.
of the other people would take note of how to be friendly, like the Truesdale people are, it might be a more pleasant experience for everybody. But they are so friendly. They speak to everybody, and
And always smiling.
always smiling.
Always
smiling.
smiling.
Yeah.
Always smiling.
It's hard to have a bad day around them.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it would be. So now we're going to do dancing and singing and dancing and singing.
A lot of that. There's a little bit of drama that goes on in there always, but there's a lot of song and dance. Well, some planned and some not.
Oh,
And
okay.
We never know, but we're and every year we do a little something new, and this year there's a little bit of patriotic stuff in there since we're right before the 4th of July. So,
Very good.
but we're actually highlighting a lot this year of Tennessee artists because the students studied Tennessee this whole year. So we're highlighting some music by Tennessee musicians. So you might hear some things that are very familiar if you're familiar with Tennessee music. So
That we had the Community Concert Association had Jason Coleman in 3 years ago, and his granddaddy was Floyd Kramer. And so he sat at the piano and showed them how to do the slip note, and the Truesdale students were out there. And so he said, now I want everybody to sing along with me as I do these songs. well, I got all ready to sing along on some of the Floyd Kramer and,
Yeah.
you know, Patsy Cline and some of that. Well, he played Shania and Lady Gaga and stuff like that. I couldn't sing a word of it, but the Truesdale students
guarantee
knew
you.
every word to every song, and they sang along, and they had a marvelous time.
I guarantee you they knew them all.
And I was just amazed. I'm sitting back there saying, why did he say sing along? I don't know any of these songs.
And when you look at the average age of the people attending,
I know.
you know,
But it
it's
wasn't
Floyd.
me that he wanted to, that he
Yeah.
was entertaining, but the students were there, and they, you know, there were some students there from Yates and some other students, and they knew every one of these songs.
Oh, so it was the younger group. It wasn't the regular.
No,
one. Oh.
it wasn't this was a daytime thing.
Oh,
So, but
okay.
I called Shannon and I said, hey, you know, we're going to have
Yeah.
this. Have you got? And she said, oh, we got our own transportation,
Yeah.
which you all do have, which is wonderful.
Yes.
That is great.
So you can
We
get
have
your
our own-
students
right.
where they need to be.
Right, we have our own vans that we transport in, and we have about, you know, half of our students are from Chattanooga and about half from Cleveland, so we transport back to Chattanooga also. So
And there is a gentleman, I listen occasionally to 102.3 radio, Wally Wachowski. And his daughter goes to Truesdale.
yes, she does.
But
Kate.
her name's not Wachowski, is
No,
it?
no. But yes,
I figured that was kind of a stage name for Wally.
he's one of our parents, and we have a lot of very supportive parents that are very involved in their students' lives, and that means a lot to Truesdale because
Absolutely
we
does.
tap
Yes.
into those resources a lot.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely
they're
it
very
does.
supportive of the school and just around a lot, so that's nice.
Okay, now, Marilyn, tell them again where to call to get these tickets.
Okay, they can call the school at 479-7130 and just speak to whoever answers the phone, and they'll be glad to give tickets and ticket prices, and we'll sell them as long as we have them.
Right, and the
So-
event is not this weekend.
Right.
It's next weekend. See, we wanted to give everybody a good jump on this. It's
Yeah.
next weekend, Friday and Saturday evening.
Yes.
Starts at 7 o'clock.
At 7 o'clock. We'll have an intermission, and then we usually have refreshments afterwards.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Oh, that is
So,
nice.
Very
and the
nice.
students are very glad to give autographs. That's a big part of their
I'm sure they are.
How
Okay.
cool.
cool.
evening.
Yeah.
That is too neat, too
Yeah.
neat. And it'll be at the new Bradley Fine Arts Center. So be sure, get that phone number one more time.
479. I had to look down 7130. I don't quite
Okay.
have that memorized.
479-7130
Yes.
if you
Yeah.
want tickets. And folks, you better call and get those tickets.
Because they're going rapidly.
They are going
Yes.
fast. And I
It's a
talked to
larger
Shannon the
venue,
other
but
day,
still,
and yeah. And so thank you for coming on.
Thank
We
you.
really
Yes.
appreciate it. We hope you have a huge crowd for
Thank
this.
you.
Both
I'm sure we will.
nights.
Yes, both nights. We hope it's packed house.
Yes.
Folks, don't go away. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk to you about riding a bicycle.
It's not really a bicycle.
It's
Have annoying biting and stinging insects taken over your yard? Volunteer Ridipest can get it back. Make your yard a no-fly zone with Mosquito Guard. Volunteer Ridipest will eliminate these annoying pests, and you'll be able to work in your yard, have a pool party, a cookout, allow your children to play outside, or just sit outside and enjoy the evening. Volunteer Ridipest has developed an extremely effective treatment program that treats all shrubs, bushes, trees, and other foliage where mosquitoes and other biting, stinging insects live and breed. This material will not harm your plants or trees and leaves no harmful residue. This treatment program is safe for use around children and pets, but the best part is it's 100% guaranteed. If you are not 100% satisfied, Volunteer Ridipest will retreat for free until you are satisfied, or after 30 days, will cancel their agreement and refund 100% of your money. Give Volunteer Ridipest a call for a free no-obligation estimate. Phone 472-7736.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
And we are back, folks. And if you notice, Miss Brene, my cohort, has left. She had, I think, to pick up a dog to transport or something. You know how she is. So anyway, we have two guests with us this morning. We have Tammy Fennel. Yeah, see, we talked about Fennel Fennell, and now it got me all confused. So Tammy Fennel and Taylor Alton, and they're here to talk with us about bicycles.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, they're here to talk about BMX, which
Yes.
they're going to tell us now. What differentiates a BMX from a bicycle, or is that what it is?
It's basically any kind of bicycle. As you get into it a little bit, you'll see a lot of the riders will start going to more of the specialized bikes, but to start out with, any kind of bike will do, any kind.
All right, and we have a BMX track here.
We do.
It's part of the Bradley County Parks and Rec program.
Yes.
We had Paul on 2 weeks ago, I believe, and I think he nominated you to come on today to talk. So let's just talk about, you all talk to me about the BMX park and what's happening.
Well, the BMX track is located at 234 Urbane Road, kind of behind the YMCA in the Parks and Recreation Park, and we call it Cleveland's best kept secret because there's a lot of folks that don't even realize we have a BMX track in town.
I think that's true. That's
Yeah.
one reason we're telling you about it today, folks.
Yeah. Like I said, any kind of bike will do. We race from March until November. You can start up anytime. You don't have to begin in March. It's a great individual sport that you can work around your team sport. So if your child or you even as an adult are busy at certain times of the year, playing different sports, basketball, baseball, whatever, you can ride BMX still at your convenience, which is a good thing. So you can start any time of the year.
So Taylor, why are you doing this?
I love it. Like, I've did it since I was like 10 years old. It keeps me healthy. I love it. And I work at the Boys and Girls Club and I have my kids with me all the time. And it's awesome just watching the kids because sometimes I'd rather not ride and just watch my kids ride. Like, I love it. I love watching all of my friends. You can come there, have a good time. It's a stress reliever. It's something I'm passionate about. I go home, I dream about it. I ride my bike around the neighborhood. I mean, I'm not 19 years old, but I still love riding my bicycle. It's something that just keeps me young.
Now, it's a competitive type thing, but
yes.
you're not racing against another person, are you? You race against the clock or you race against other people?
Oh, yeah, you're racing against other people.
Oh,
It's
okay.
competitive. It's very competitive.
All right, and we have good insurance.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm thinking, on a bicycle racing somebody, and I'm going to assume that there's equipment that's required, helmets, etc., when you're riding your bike out there.
Basically, the only thing that is required is a helmet.
Okay.
We recommend a full face helmet, but that is not a requirement. A regular bicycle helmet will do as well. We also stress long sleeves, long pants, and closed-toed shoes.
Oh, yeah, so that we don't get all bunged up should
Exactly.
we wreck. Now, ages. What ages go out? You said some of your children from the Boys and Girls Club go. What ages?
From five and under novice to, man, I know what Mr. Parsons down in Atlanta is like 76, 77.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not even kidding. It's crazy.
Wow.
Our youngest at Bradley County BMX is actually 4. We have a 4-year-old little girl that races. So it's for girls and boys, men and women, all ages. If you can ride a bike, you can race. And
I don't know about that. I could ride a bike, but I don't know whether I can race or not. And I have a helmet for mine, but I don't know that I could.
You would be surprised. Honestly, you would be surprised. You're racing against people your own age and your own skill level. We have 3 different skill levels: novice, intermediate, and expert. And our program, the race program, is called Moto Maker. It splits you up according to your age and skill level. So you're only racing against those that are comparable to yourself.
Wow. Now, one reason I wanted you on this morning was because you have something happening this weekend.
We do.
All right, so let's tell everybody what's happening this weekend.
We do. We have our Olympic Day race coming on Saturday, the 23rd. And this is a free race to everybody. You do not have to be a member to race. It's open for everybody and free. So it's a great time to try out the sport. This was put in place. BMX came to be back in the 70s when kids were emulating their favorite motocross riders on their bicycles. So that's how
okay.
BMX came to be. And a lot of people are confused when they hear BMX. They think of the bicycles that they see on the X Games doing the flips and the ramps and all of that sort of stuff. And that is a form of BMX, but true BMX is BMX racing, and it's kind of like motocross.
Now, what does BMX stand for? Does it stand for anything? Or
Bicycle motocross.
Bicycle motocross, BMX. Okay, that's good to know.
Yes.
Now, you said Olympic Day.
Olympic Day, in 1894, they formed the first Olympic Committee, and this is a celebration of that first committee being formed. BMX became an Olympic sport in 2008, wasn't it? Was the first year?
Beijing.
So this is our second round in the Olympics. So that's a huge thing for the sport.
Absolutely it is. And when Paul was on here the other day, we were talking about when you see like football season and you've got like when Tennessee football kicks off, all of a sudden the football programs in the county rec fill
Yes.
up with the kids.
Yes.
Baseball, the same thing. And I told him, I said, I can always tell when the Tour de France is getting ready to start because I live out in the country. And here goes all these bicycle
Yes.
riders in full gear, you know, they're getting ready for the Tour de France. So I
Right.
guess with BMX in the Olympics, that kind of brings more attention to you all.
Exactly. And this particular day, it's just to promote the Olympic values, sportsmanship, friendship, fair play,
competition, right.
competition, right, and just doing your best. We're hoping that a lot of the existing membership riders will bring a friend, maybe somebody that's not really involved in a whole lot, kind of help to get them off the couch, get them active, get them doing something. I don't know a lot of kids that don't enjoy riding a bike.
Well, that's the
And,
truth.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, team sports, while they're wonderful in their own venue, that's not for everybody. Not everybody enjoys participating in baseball or basketball or football.
Well, my undergraduate degree in college was in physical education, and I always stressed individual sports because not always can you grab up enough people to play a football game or enough people to play a basketball game, although Carl Hite would argue that because they do 3-on-3, or enough people to play baseball, but you could always go out and hit the golf ball, or you could get another person to play tennis, and you could always ride a bicycle. And when I was growing up, that was my mode of transportation.
Right.
We rode the bicycle to school, to the swimming pool, everywhere we went, we rode our bicycle.
Exactly.
So I think it's absolutely wonderful. Now, Taylor, do you ever aspire to maybe go to the Olympics with BMX or?
I would love it, but I'm happy where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Like, I have friends like Nick Conley. Like, that kid is a monster. He is a man-child. There's no doubt about it. 14 years old and can beat grown men.
Wow.
I mean, he's just fast. The kid's insane. I would love to maybe one day, you know, whenever I can actually get to that point. But right now, I mean, I got so much in my life going on right now that I'm just happy where I'm at.
And you just do this for pleasure, and I think that's great.
I love it.
Now, is this a club? Do you join this? Is there a fee? How does this work?
There is a fee, but now, like I said, Saturday's a great time to come out. You
It's a
don't,
good
you don't have to
introduction.
have the membership
Right.
to race. Everybody can participate. But throughout the year, you can also come out and give it a try. We have a one-day membership, so you can just give it a try. That's at no cost to you. But should you decide that that's something that you want to pursue and you do enjoy getting out and competing, we do have one-year memberships. And a regular one-year membership is $45, and that's good for one full calendar year. So if you sign up in July, then your membership's good until the next July. That membership is payable to the USA BMX, that's who sanctions us.
Okay.
And then the BMX track here, Bradley County, we charge an entry fee per race, and that just helps us run the program.
Yeah.
And normally that's a $10 fee. The day you purchase your membership or you renew your membership, we do not charge you that $10 entry fee. So we
How
let you
neat.
race for free.
Now, how many days a week are you open?
We race on Saturday evenings, mostly. Throughout the summer, we have 2 or 3 Tuesday evening races, but primarily we race on Saturday evenings. Registration is always 6:30 to 7:30. If you're brand new to try it out, you just come between those times. We'll get you all signed up and ready to go. We have scheduled gate practice on Tuesday evenings from 6:30 to 8, and that's a great time to come out and ride with a lot of the other riders that are more experienced. They teach each other.
I started to say you kind of learn the game by riding with
Yeah.
somebody
Right.
that has a little experience.
Right.
Now, I've never been out there, and I'm going to have to go out there now because here y'all got. I'm not going to ride my bicycle out there, okay? But But I'm interested. Do you have like stadium seating, or is there any, like if I want to go watch the race?
We have a few bleachers. We're kind of overflowing our bleachers, so it might not be a bad idea to bring a chair with you.
Okay.
And the great thing about our facility is just about anywhere that you sit, you get a good view of the track. So
that is wonderful. All right, now Taylor, if I'm going to go from the starting line, starting gate, what do y'all do? Starting gate, starting line?
Yes,
what,
yes, ma'am.
Okay, what am I looking at? I'm not looking at just a dirt path, right?
Right. As from the rider standpoint,
Yes.
when you're on the gate, you're just sitting there, you're focused, you're ready, and then a lot of riders, you can either choose to watch the light, because you're going to have like a green, 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 yellow, red.
Oh, like those
drag races.
Yes.
You see that?
Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay.
And then you'll be on the gate, and a lot of riders, it just depends how you look at it. You can watch the light, or you can just listen. And I love watching the light. So when I'm sitting there on the gate, I'm focused, I'm ready, and nothing else mattering except the light. When it flashes, it's time to go. And then when you're on the track, you're not even thinking about the jumps. You're really not. You're thinking about the guy next to you.
So it's not just a level little track.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can go anywhere from manual to jumping, but it's all about just getting from point A to point B faster and who can get there.
Now, are bicycles, they're beside each other? It's just like I'm on a track with a race car or something?
8 wide.
8 wide.
You can get up to 8 wide.
So if anybody wipes out, you may be gone.
It can happen.
It can happen.
It can happen.
I watched it on TV the other day, and I thought, oh my goodness, that guy fell over and everybody's riding over the top of it.
It can happen.
Didn't seem to bother him. He got back up. But so it's 8 across.
Yeah, it's 8 across, and like you said, one can fall and everybody can fall. It can happen. I mean, you can't sugarcoat that, but to me, that gives me the drive to want to do it more, because you're not going to learn without messing up. That's life. That's just life,
that is
period.
true. That is true.
And so when you're going through there, if you wreck in a turn, the next round, hey, that guy right there is going to try to do it again. And then your job is to shut him down and get to the finish line before he does.
Wow. Okay, to shut him down and get there. Okay, and we will not pursue how you shut somebody down out there.
It's not as dangerous as it sounds. It's really not.
Well, if you put them in groups of capabilities and everything, then maybe those of us 60 and over could do the little slower run.
Exactly.
Okay, very good. Now, Tammy, how do they get in touch with you all to find out more about this? Do they just show up out there? Or?
They can just show up, or for more information, they can always call me at the Parks and Rec office at 423-728-7035.
And that is this Saturday starting at?
6:30. 6:30 to 7:30
Okay.
is registration. We'll be racing by 8.
And racing by 8, then how long do you race? Till it's over,
Till
I
it's
guess.
over,
But usually,
really.
what does that run?
Typically, we're usually finished before 10.
Oh, okay.
It depends on how many people we have turn out and how many actual races we have. But how our races go, we have 3 qualifying rounds, and then we have our main event.
Wow.
So you may come out and you may race 4 times, or you may just race twice. It just depends on how many's in your group and where you stand.
Thank you all so much. This is exciting. I may even have to go out there and just watch, because you do have bleachers. And Taylor and Tammy, thank you all so much for being on with us today. And folks, that is Saturday evening out at the BMX track off of Urbane Road. So be there or be square. Thank you all so much for being on. Folks, thank you all so much, and I will see you next week. Have a great day.